How's it, guys? Welcome back to Formula Open Wheel. Alpine are looking like they might have a very interesting new title sponsor for 2027. Zach Brown and McLaren are wanting to copy Red Bull. And finally, Max Verstappen gets to race the Nurburgring 24 hours this weekend. I'm your host, Mamba. Let's get into it. So, Gucci is looking like they want to become the title sponsor of Alpine come 2027. BWT, the long-time sponsor since 2022, is looking like they are leaving, or their contract is coming to an end at the end of this year. And the new deal is looking like it's going to be between 30 to 60 million euros to be the title sponsor of Alpine. And when asked, the team did not deny the rumor. So, Gucci Alpine F1 team. Gucci Alpine Formula One team. It's all right. Fashion and Formula One kind of go hand in hand these days. Louis Vuitton's anyway already a title sponsor and are all over the trophies and things like that. So, here's obviously a potential few designs, a few renders of how the car could look. A bit dead to me. But obviously this is just a render, not the real thing. So let's see if that's going to actually happen. On to Zach Brown and McLaren. Zach Brown has mentioned that the Macarena rear wing is clever and that it definitely could be bringing some benefits. So he's not surprised to see any other team trying it yet. Well, last year summer, Red Bull on the left, Ferrari on the right, they did submit their designs to the FIA regarding this Macarena style wing or idea that they both had. And unfortunately, other teams are just fast asleep, and it's clearly working. So we did also hear rumors of other teams wanting to copy Red Bull and Ferrari, and that they are in the prototype phase. But obviously, that's still going to take a while before they can actually get the copying work done and get their own version out. You can see over here, Red Bull on the left, how they open up. We have looked at it in the past as well. And then obviously the Ferrari version on the right. There are rumors that the Ferrari one is more effective. From the looks of it, it's like I feel the Red Bull one is more effective because it opens up wider, releases a lot more downforce. So yeah, but I'm no aerodynamicist. So, if you take a look here at this graph, you can see there's obviously both a lot of drag when they do their closing procedure as well. But I feel the Red Bull one is going to be the easier one to copy, seeing as the Red Bull wing still keeps its actuator in the center. You can't see it over here. But the Red Bull actually keeps the actuator in the wing, in the middle of the wing, just like all other F1 cars already have. There you can see it right there. And Ferrari has to have the actuators on the sides, which probably takes a bit more design work. So I think the Red Bull one, obviously, because it also opens up to the back, is probably an easier one to copy for other teams. And Andrea Stella has gone on to say that they are actually keeping a close eye on Red Bull and the upgrades that they are going to continue to bring. Obviously, we know that Red Bull and Ferrari both brought massive upgrades to Miami. And just from even though both teams said they were very happy with what they saw and what the cars were on track, from like the eye perspective or fans perspective, you could see that the Red Bull upgrades really, really worked. Max was fighting towards the end of the top 10 in Japan and for the first few races. And he was now back fighting with the big dogs in Miami. So obviously he's Max as well. He obviously puts in more than the car is actually capable of doing. But if I were McLaren, I'd also probably be copying Red Bull then, seeing as they brought the upgrades that have worked so well. They brought in new side pods, they brought new front wing, and it's just normal for teams in Formula One to start copying each other, right? So there's always going to be one recipe that really works well, and everyone kind of just gravitates towards that anyway. So yeah, that's the world of Formula One. And we are so used to that. Max Verstappen finally getting to race is 24 hours of Nurburgring this weekend at the Green Hell, the Nordschleife. Obviously, a very famous track, very, very a lot of bragging rights if you can win this race. Max also saying that he's very excited to race in the night, and obviously that the car performs better at night, obviously cooler weather and things like that. So he's got a very cool lineup alongside him in the car. It's going to be Danny Yankadea, Lucas Auer, and Jules Gounon. Not a big fan of Jules. After he shoved Calvin van der Linde out of the way at the Bathurst 12-hour earlier this year in Australia. Dirty driver. But very good. Very strong lineup. Obviously, I'm going to be cheering on the South Africans, Jordan Pepper, Sheldon van der Linde, and Calvin van der Linde, the factory BMW boys, and see what they can do up against Max. Obviously, going to be competing in the same class as well. So the weekend tickets for the race have already been sold out. So they call it the Max Verstappen effect. I mean, of course, he's so talented. He's a 4-time world champion. And why would you not want to see what he can do in something other than a Formula One car? I mean, he's so talented. And I'm happy for him. I think he's going to do a great job, you know. And obviously the Mercedes GT3 is a very good car, very strong package. I mean, Max pretty much tested all the GT3 options there are, and he went with this one for a reason. So yeah, I usually tend to, the race is usually live on YouTube. So I tend to put it on in the background to have like a chilled Saturday night at home while I make dinner, and fall asleep on the couch watching it, wake up next day, still on. And yeah, very cool race to watch. And the race times are as follows. Thursday and Friday will be qualifying. Saturday will then be the start of the race, and then obviously it will continue for 24 hours until Sunday. Yeah, so obviously a great endurance race. Is fantastic to watch. So many different manufacturers, and it's pretty even, you know. So yeah, I'm a big BMW guy, but also used to like the Audis as well. Porsche is obviously great as well. So yeah, on to the car of the day. The monster, or the start of Mercedes being absolutely a powerhouse. The Mercedes W05 hybrid from 2014. So this was just when I can say when Mercedes started to absolutely dominate Formula One. Obviously came back in 2010, lured Lewis from McLaren in 2013 when they were still racing the NA V8s, the last year of that, and obviously told him, like, Lewis, my bro, back in the factory in Brackley, we are building something brilliant. So obviously that was Niki Lauda and Toto Wolff that did that, and lured at the time still only a one-time champion, Lewis Hamilton, to Mercedes, and telling them about the amazing plans that they had for this team and the engine package and engine regulations. Obviously 1.6 liter V6, and this was the start of the hybrid era. Mercedes absolutely dominated the entire pack. It was basically a two-man race between Lewis and Nico, and they were dicing each other on the other side of the track, and the rest of the field were just kind of there. And that kind of how it went all year. A lot of people said it was boring. I mean, it kind of was, but I was just so happy Lewis was actually like winning again, because it wasn't going too well for Lewis towards the end of his McLaren career, and obviously this really rejuvenated it all for him. So yeah, and obviously the unfortunate thing was the sound. The sound was horrible. We were all used to screaming NAV8, and that's how Formula One always was. And this thing just sounded like a vacuum cleaner, like your mom maybe on Sunday. It's terrible. And they try to fix it. They asked teams to put on this megaphone in a practice session, and it did nothing. So we kind of had to like train our ears to, this is the new sound of Formula One. And we all just got used to it. Although this engine package, I'd say, power unit package, stayed until last year. It was obviously just first, the battery was first, the energy recovery system was first called KERS, and then it was called ERS. So that was basically the only change. But yeah, this is what we got used to since then, from 2014 until 2025. Only the cars really changed. Obviously, after this came the nice, long, wide, fastest Formula One cars ever, which I enjoyed. And then the ground effect era. And then obviously now. Anyway, so as we go on, Lewis ended up winning his second Formula One championship in 2014 that year as well. And so Mercedes started the absolute domination, and it was like 7 constructors titles. I mean, it was mental. And yeah, there's old Nicky, rest in peace, man. And yeah, so in other news, Christian Horner, his gardening leave is finally done. If you don't know what that means, obviously in Formula One you can't just leave a team and go straight to another. They're scared you're going to take notes with. I mean, they probably still do anyway, but yeah, you got to basically leave for a period and then you can come back and go on holiday, go do something else. And May 8th was the day when it ended, and there's obviously been a lot of rumors of Christian Horner's return. Where's he going to go? Which team? And Alpine, Aston Martin, and Ferrari have been the 3 links. Alpine, I heard, is possibly going to buy the team. Aston Martin, maybe he can go join Adrian Newey, his old compatriot from Red Bull's days. And Ferrari, that's not going to happen, man. Lewis won't allow it. I'm telling you now, Lewis will not allow it. I'll be kind of ticked off because I actually like Fred Vasseur. That Frenchman's cool. I like that guy. But there's also another rumor of MotoGP. I know Gunther Steiner left, obviously the ex-Haas boss. He has now moved to the 2-wheel side of the world and seems like he's having fun. He's the CEO of Red Bull Tech 3 KTM. And yeah, they are saying that Horner could become the CEO of the entire series. Gosh, I mean, that's a big position for a guy that's not really in the 2-wheel side of things, but okay. You never know. So yeah, on to Canada. It looks like we might be having some new colors of lights at the back of the cars. We know we already have the normal red lights, and the lights did change shape for this year, which I feel look a bit better than the square lights. They're more like oval now. And we do know that they've originally flashed red when the cars are like super clipping or recovering energy. And obviously in the rain, they will also come on. But now there's a goal for safety. And the goal is for drivers to be able to know the energy status of the car ahead. And the 3 colors they've gone with are purple, blue, and yellow. Now, what would that mean? Purple mean your battery's on 3 bar. Blue, your battery's on 2. Yellow, your battery's on 1. Yeah, it's kind of weird because now, like, you kind of now know if it's for the levels of the battery, it kind of makes it again artificial. You don't really want to know that. Kind of just want to keep the racing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think the 3 colors will be for? Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to see different colors. But yeah, if it's going to happen, it's going to be in Canada. It's going to be in Canada the next race. And in IndyCar news, yesterday was day 1 of IndyCar's Indy 500 practice. They'll be practicing all week. Qualifying will be this weekend, and then the race will be next weekend. Alex Palou is already dominating the season. Multiple champion. He's so young. It's unbelievable how good this guy is. He was in the garage for most of the day. There was some issue. He just pops out on track, and his second lap he puts in the fastest time of the day. I mean, he won the Indy 500 last year. He's defending champion. I mean, the way it's looking now and what he's done this season already, he could possibly go back to back. Yeah, that Spaniard is super talented. I would like to see him in Formula One. I mean, what do you guys think? I think he should come to Formula One one day, but there's not much. I mean, there's always got to be a spot somewhere for someone this talented, you know? But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on it for this week and weekend. And yeah, keep a lookout for the next coming videos, guys. And keep well. That's it for today. And cheers. God bless.